Hi Aries. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So this is going to be a mini love reading. So we're going to look at how spirit wants you to indulge in the energies of self-love. So let's okay, we're going to get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So we have the Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck is a Nine of Cups. So, how does Spirit want you to indulge in the energies of self love? So, you're coming out with your own energy, which is fire, right? With this Queen of Wands. But you also follow up with water. So, and this Nine of Cups is like, it comes with like a calm energy. Anytime I see this guy, well, not anytime, but most times, most times when I see this guy, I get the energy of calm, right? And peace. So I feel like Spirit is wanting you to learn how to maybe pace yourself. Because you don't want to allow this stick here, this wand, to burn all the way down to your hand, right? Before you realize you need to take a break. Okay, it's just shadowing. I was gonna say, is it like ash on your hand? But no, it's like shadowing. But yeah. I feel like you may have the tendency to overwork yourself until it's too late, until you're like feeling, yeah, look at that, the tower, until you're feeling like you have to crash, not crash out, but crash, okay? Then we have the star. There's quite a few that came out, but I'm gonna take them too, because that's powerful enough. It's the Page of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Four of Cups also came out. And also this, the King of Pentacles, and I know the lighting's kind of bright, but you know, I said until you don't want to wait until this wand burns into your hands. This kind of reminds me like how it's positioned, like you know when you're a kid and you draw the sun in the corner. That's what it's giving me. So you don't want to feel overwhelmed with your opportunities or feeling like you have to rush. I feel like you assume or you think you have to do certain things in a certain timeline. So I'm gonna put these back for now, right? And get into this because that timeline is getting into the star in reverse. I feel like you have a certain timeline in your head as to when things are supposed to be complete, and then you work your ass off trying to complete those things, and you don't realize maybe when you're overworking yourself, and maybe you make a mistake and you're overcritical of yourself with this tower energy. But it's really something about timelines. I feel like you, again, initially I said you need to pace yourself. But with this star in reverse, I feel like spirit is really trying to reinforce the fact that you have no control over a certain timeline, over when something is supposed to happen. And I feel like for some of you, you're gonna go through this situation where when you finally let go, when you finally let go and say, you know what, I relinquish control, that's when something starts to pick up. Okay, that could be for some of you, but I really feel like you are working off of a false or maybe a perceived timeline that is not divine timing. Okay? If I could say one thing to you, Aries, how Spirit wants you to indulge in the energies of self love is by loving the timeline that you're in, embracing the time that you're in right now instead of trying to cram. I feel like this is a situation beyond deadlines. Like, I feel like this is very self-imposed here is what I'm trying to say. Like I don't feel like someone is saying, hey Aries, you got a deadline by so and so. I feel like you're cramming a lot of things and making deadlines on your own, which is fine. That's what planning is, right? But I also feel like it's just too much at one time. And I was watching this other reader, and she said something that resonated with me, and I feel like this will probably resonate with you. I I I suffer from, well, I used to. I'm slowing down now. I used to suffer from chronic multitasking. Okay, I would say, okay, I need to do this, and this, and I would try to do two things at once, three things at once. You know, and it just it becomes overwhelming to the point where you just crash and you just feel like you procrastinate for a month. You know, it's like you had a whole agenda and goal to complete something, but because you're not embracing a certain timeline or embracing the, I don't want to sound cliche, but like the nowness, because you're not embracing the nowness of what you're doing, it may cause mistakes or it may cause you to feel overwhelmed. But yeah, it's that energy of chronic multitasking. I feel like you need to let go of. And because what I found, this is just coming back to me, right? What I found, like now that I've stopped doing that, I found that there's pros and cons. Something may require more time than you assumed, but that's okay because you have more time to consciously cater to it and to really devote clarity and purpose to what you're doing, right? So, say for example, you're working on a project, you want something to come to life, but you also feel like this needs to be done and that needs to be done. You may find that one project overtakes another project, but the end result is a lot better because you have clarity and focus. I hope that makes sense. Or it may be the opposite. You may find that something takes way less time, you know, because that has also happened. Instead of me trying to do two and three things at once, when I focus solely on one thing and give it that uh, TLC, so to speak, I find it doesn't take that long. And now I'm able to focus on the next thing and be done quicker if that's your goal. Because I still feel like you want to be done quickly with something. Okay, but I hope you get what I'm saying. So, what deck do I want to pull? I don't really know, Aries. Let me just pull one right here because I don't want this reading to get too long. But yeah, you know, I wasn't even trying to get those cards yet, but since I'm staring at them so hard, I might as well read them. But going back to this timeline thing, what just popped out was this here, Opal. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. So again, going back to a certain timeline. And because this is also regarding self-love, I'm also picking up on those scenarios where there's a couple trying for a baby. or trying, yeah, we don't say that, trying for a baby, right? And they're trying, they're trying, they're trying, they're doing everything they can. And finally, when they give up trying, they're pregnant. You know, sometimes you can't rush, you know, God's gift, which would be a baby, which is what's depicted here. Sometimes you can't rush certain gifts, okay? So there's an energy of you're trying and you're trying and you're trying to do something at a certain time, but it's not meant to be done right now, maybe. Or at the time you're trying to complete it. It's just something about divine timing. Bottom of the deck is Maya. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Process. Is I feel like that's the word process, okay? Something is a process, and I feel like you're unconsciously going against spirit's process of how shit is supposed to be done, okay? So stop trying to rush something. And going back to like multitasking, focus, schooling, study, and education. So that's like, you know, focus. Um, Paying attention when you're in school. You have to pay attention to the lesson, right? So what is the lesson here? The timeline cannot be made by you per se. It can be shifted by you, but I feel like you have to realize there's a certain timeline that's already in place. And you just kind of have to, again, as cliche as it is, embrace the now. Or at least slow the hell down. Okay? So, Aries, I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, Spirit just wants you to slow down and focus less on trying to complete multiple things at once and focus more on producing one thing that's like really I don't know, beneficial or just like really wowing. That's what I'm hearing. Like when you really focus on something, like you're going to be able to wow yourself. All right, so yeah, don't want to be repetitive, but thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to book a personal, all that's below. Bye.